Hello, you guys. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the channel, you guys. In today's video, we are going to talk about negging. I know you guys are like, Tracy, what is this now? Apparently, they call this new pickup artist type strategy negging. And this is advice that a lot of these like red pill communities, incel communities are giving other men on how to approach and how to talk to women. They consider this part of the pickup artist strategy, just one of their strategies. As I've told you guys before, these men are out here suffering. And not only that, instead of these more mature men advising these younger men on maybe get your education up, maybe go back to college, maybe graduate university so that you can get a better paying job, so that you can earn more money for a living. Maybe you should go to the gym at least 4 days a week. Get your body right. Right? Maybe you should work on your social skills. Maybe you should learn how to be more emotionally intelligent. Because these are the things that these women say that they're looking for. So instead of these older, seasoned men advising these younger guys on different things that they can do to improve themselves, to then be more attractive to this woman, no. These men are advising these young men on basically how to insult women, how to pick up women. That's where this pickup artist strategy comes from. How to pick up women, all these different one-liners and things to say. So now one of the things that they are encouraging, these men are encouraging other men to do when approaching a woman, is to do something called negging. Negging is nothing more than a man giving you a backhanded compliment, right? So how does that look? Like, that could look so many different ways. But say, for instance, you meet somebody online or on one of these silly dating apps, and they say something like, they see you. Maybe they see you in video, or maybe you guys are out on your first date. And say the man says something like, you know what? I don't usually date a woman who is over the size 8, but you're really pretty. You are really pretty. And he's saying that because you clearly are over the size 8 pants, size 8 skirt. So he'll say, I don't usually date somebody who's over a size 8, but I'm willing to entertain you because you're really pretty and you have a really nice personality. In the black community, a lot of men used to do this. I don't know if they do this nowadays. I told you guys, I don't mess with men at all. But I don't know if men do this nowadays in the black community. But I do remember back in the day, they would say this to a brown skin or a little chocolate baddie. They would say, I don't usually date darker skinned women, but you're really pretty. Or they would say something like, to be a dark skinned girl, you are really pretty. These men are so freaking funny. So now they call this type of, if you can even call this a compliment, they are now advising men to approach women like this. to basically like compliment her, but at the same time insult her. Okay. Negging. But before I give you guys my commentary on this, be sure to thumbs up the video. And subscribe. I see you guys are watching the content. Go ahead and subscribe. And you guys will see below the video, there's a little tag that says thanks. So if you guys want to leave me what I call a little tip in my tip jar, you can hit the thanks button. And I say thank you to all of those who have already left me a thanks. Thank you. And I say many thanks to all of those who will. Thank you. Okay, you guys. Speaking of this, I'm on my way, headed on my way to this class at my gym called Build the Peach. And it's all about building up your backside. Ooh, getting that thing sitting up there right. I told you guys I'm on a mission for the summer. But anyway, I remember back in the day, before all these women rushed out to get BBLs, and I really do believe this is why a lot of women rushed out to get all these horrific and heinous and ridiculous BBLs. Because men would say this to girls back in the day. They would say, how did the line go? It ain't your booty, it's your beauty. And basically what that meant was the girl had a flat butt. She didn't have a nice perky or big butt. And so he would say, basically, I'm approaching you not for your booty, because you don't have one. Stop. Because you don't have one. But I'm approaching you because you're pretty. Backhanded compliments. Now they're calling these backhanded compliments negging. Again, just more ways for this man to insult this woman. How many times do I have to tell you guys? These men don't like you, ladies. They do not like you. They do not like you. They're literally teaching these men how to say this ridiculous nonsense to these ladies. And if I still have any men out there who are listening to me, receive this with the most love and compassion possible. If you are listening to any of these people in this red pill community, in this incel, MGTOW, manosphere community, listen to Auntie when I tell you, man, this. These men are going to keep you single. I'm starting to believe that these older men, like these people like Dr. Orion and I can't think. This other guy named Anton Daniels. I am really starting to believe that these men are deliberately giving you guys, these other men, this horrific advice just so you men can remain single. They are now teaching these men not to compliment women. I had a girl telling me, who is completely gorgeous, she said men don't compliment her. I literally thought that she was being funny. I was like, are you being facetious? Are you serious? What are you saying? She was like, no, I'm dead serious. She said, men don't compliment me. I said, how is that possible? You are freaking gorgeous. Do you guys know that this modern day man listening to this advice from these red pill MGTOW men, do you guys know that these red pill men are now telling them don't compliment women? They say it's going to gas her up. It's going to make her head big. It's going to inflate her ego. When I tell you guys, I don't envy this generation at all. I do not envy you guys at all. This is absolutely crazy. And the more and more I hear this nonsense, things like negging and not complimenting a girl that you actually like, the more and more I am convinced that we are going through a shift, and that like there is about to be a complete change in the paradigm in the way we used to live, date, relationships, everything. I really do think a lot of these men are keeping other men single, which is then doing what? These single men can't handle being single and alone. So then therefore you have men who are lonely, more and more men who are lonely, which then cause what? The loneliness epidemic that we are in. But it's the men who are suffering, you guys, in this loneliness epidemic. These men are so lonely that they are unaliving themselves. I think it just has to happen, you guys. It just has to happen. Ladies, don't feel bad for these men. Don't feel bad for these men. These men are literally bringing it on themselves. I don't know why a young man hearing the advice from an older man telling him, don't compliment a woman. Do and try this negging strategy where you give her some backhanded compliment. Any young man listening to that type of advice and then goes out and does that, I think that man deserves everything he gets. I'm sorry. And then you're wondering why you're lonely, man? You're wondering why you're lonely. They're literally going out here trying these ridiculous techniques like negging, backhanded compliments, and then they're sitting back wondering why they are alone, why they are lonely, why no woman wants to enter into a relationship with them. They are completely baffled. They're like flabbergasted. They're just like, I don't know why I can't get a woman. Are you serious, sir? You're listening to these red pill dudes telling you to go out here and give backhanded compliments to women that you actually like, and you're wondering why she doesn't want to date you or be in a relationship with you? You guys, hey, it just has to be what it is. It is what it is, you guys. We can't save these men. If a young man is over the age of 18, how does he not know you will never get a woman with some backhanded compliments like that? How does he not know that when you do not compliment a woman that you're interested in, like that is the very least you can do, is compliment a woman that you're interested in? If you cannot compliment a woman that you're interested in, how do you expect to be in a relationship, young man? I really do think, too, now that I said that out loud, I really do think that, I really do think this is why I attract so many young baddies. I'm serious as hell. I know you guys are like, Tracy, but I am serious as hell. I attract so many young baddies. It is ridiculous. I'm talking about young girls in their 20s, you guys. I call them young baddies. I think the reason why they are so drawn to me and I attract so many of them is because I just compliment people, period. Not just women, not just the little young baddies. I compliment men too. Now, I don't do it as much, not nowhere near as much as I compliment women, just simply because I know the nature of a man, and a man will hear me compliment him, and he will assume that I'm trying to approach or that I'm looking for something more when I'm not. And so I have become very cognizant of not really approaching, but like complimenting a man, just simply because it's like, I don't want them to think that. Now it depends. If it's a young man, like in his early 20s or mid 20s, I even still, I'm a little bit more reserved than a young lady in her 20s, because it's funny how even a young man in his 20s, he will get the compliment from me and still think that I'm trying to flirt with him. Oh my God. I had recently had complimented this young guy, and it was a compliment, but it was also like, I literally said to him, you know what? I want to introduce you to my friend. And I literally said, I have a friend who's around your age and she's single. And I would like, the next time, I see her, I would like to introduce her to you. And you could just tell, even with me saying that, he still was looking like he thinks that I was saying it's for a friend, because you guys know that that's the analogy that people will say. Well, like when they're calling in to get advice on something, they'll say, I have a friend who did XYZ, but they really mean themselves. Or they'll say, I'm looking for a friend, but they really mean themselves. Like that's the thing. But they'll say a friend. And so you could tell, even though I said, I have a friend who I would like to introduce you to, after I gave him the compliments, I was like, you're a nice looking young man. You could tell he was still kind of looking at me like, yeah, friend my butt. And so literally the next time I saw my girlfriend, I said, no, come here. I said, I've got to introduce you to this young man, because I know the way that I sounded when I complimented him. I told him that I have a friend. I said, he just gave me this look like, lady, you want a piece of this? You want some of this? Hey. So I told my girlfriend next time I saw her, I said, come here. I said, I need to introduce you, because she was like, no, Tracy, I don't know. That's not my type. And I said, okay, I got it. I said, but please just at least let me introduce you to him. I said, because I don't want him to think that I was saying for a friend, but I really meant for myself. I need him to know that it's really you. I do have this friend who I was talking about. So she was like, okay. So I introduced him, because I was proud. I was like, this is the friend I was telling you about. And he was like, oh, okay. And then I said to him, I said, I know when I was giving you that compliment, I told you I had a friend that I would like to introduce you to. I said, I know you were probably thinking it was me. And he's like, no, I wasn't. I was thinking about, I said, nah. But anyway, I introduced her to him, but it didn't work out. Nothing panned out, because she said that wasn't her type. I said, oh, okay. Because she had never seen him. I had just seen him. And then I was like, oh, man, I think that this might be a good little match. But she was like, no. She's like, nah, that's not my match. And then we walked around the gym, and she was like showing me. So I was like, okay, point out some people who was like your type. And she's like, okay. And so she pointed out some, not literally pointed, but she was like, okay, the guy over there, the guy over there. Okay. I was like, okay, now I have a better idea of what her type is. Although I think she would, be open to a lot of different things. She was kind of giving me an idea of what her type was. So I was like, okay, I got you. But I don't know why any young man over the age of 18 thinks it's a good idea to do these backhanded compliments or insult a girl, a woman that he's interested in. You guys remember back in elementary school, when a boy would do what nowadays they just flat out call bullying. But back in the day, when a boy would kind of pick on the girl, pick on her ponytails, pull on her skirt, pull on her braids, they would say, oh, he just likes you. I remember I had this incident when I was in elementary school. And although even in elementary school, I was a super smart girl. But for some reason, I don't know why, I did not know this word. This is so funny. I don't know why I should have known it, but I feel like at my level, even in first grade, I think it was like second grade, I feel like I should have known what this word meant, but I didn't. And this boy in my class, second grade, was trying to do that same thing, where he was, insulting me, and then it was because he actually liked me, but he was trying to insult me. And so I'll never forget. Look, I remember this, even at my big age now, I still remember this. And I had to go up on the chalkboard. I don't know if I was doing a math problem or an English problem. I just don't remember. And the boy in my class in second grade, he yelled out, he said, "Tracy, you're a lesbian." Oh, God. I said, what the hell? I didn't know what lesbian meant. And I guess not everybody knew what it meant either, but some of the kids in the class knew what it meant. Maybe some of the other boys who he had told before he yelled that out, he may have told them what that meant. And so some of his other little friends just laughed. JC is a lesbian. And so I was like, I said something along the lines of like, no, I'm not, because I don't even know what that means. Oh, little dry. I cannot stop. And little did I know back then that it would be. Oh my God, there was some truth in that statement. But at the time, I didn't know what it meant, you guys. So I was like, no, I'm not. I don't even know what it means. Oh my God, I don't even know if he knew what it means. I think maybe somebody may have told him, some adult may have told him what that meant. Because there's no reason why a second grader should have known what a lesbian was. But he said it to me for some reason, and for no reason. Like, it was just like out of nowhere. I'm telling you, I went to the chalkboard to do some type of problem, and he yelled that out for no reason. So come to find out, he just did that because he liked me. But young men, let me tell you something. I really do think that this is the reason why I attract so many young baddies. Is because I compliment them all the time. And now I'm starting to realize why they are so drawn to me, because their generation, these boys don't compliment them. And so I do remember I would be like when I would compliment these young ladies, sometimes they would turn so red, or like almost look like they're blushing, or like, thank you. Like almost like they've never heard a compliment. And now it makes so much sense. This generation of men, and these modern day men, are now teaching each other, don't compliment a girl because it's going to inflate her ego or make her think that she's better than you. And now they're teaching other men not to compliment a woman that you like. Okay. You men are about to be single. You men are going to remain single. And I don't even feel sorry for you. I'm serious. I don't feel sorry for these men at all. These men are literally perplexed as to why they are lonely. But they're out here doing things like this, negging and insulting women, or just flat out not complimenting women. Oh, and I forgot, they don't even approach women anymore. And they wonder why they're lonely. They wonder why they're single. And then they're offing themselves. And instead of these older men becoming their mentors and advising them on getting right in here, go do some laps in the pool, go run around your block a few times, get that pent up energy out, learn some discipline, Get your body right. Drink some water. Focus on your diet. Exercise. Go back to school. No. These older men are telling them, one, that women are the reason why you're lonely because they refuse to lower their standards. And now, two, they're telling these men, don't even approach these women. And now they're telling these men to do this negging pickup artist technique, which is give women backhanded compliments. And then four, just don't compliment them at all. Okay. Okay, man. If this is the advice that you men want to take, you guys are going to remain alone and lonely. The loneliness. Now that I hear some of the advice that these red pill men are giving you guys, oh, you guys are going to be lonely for a long time. Listening to these men, you guys are going to be lonely for a very long time. And you young men don't want to listen to me. Where T-Bird is trying to tell you what to do to get this young woman, this modern day woman's attention. If you know that you cannot be the sole provider, okay, this modern day woman knows that. She knows that everything is super expensive. She knows that she needs to work. But what did I tell you, you men? If you know you're going to need to do 50-50 financially in the relationship, go to her saying, but I am also willing and ready to do 50-50 when it comes to the domestic chores around that house. There's no way I'm about to put all of this on my woman. So, no, I might not be getting paid 6 figures. But with the money that I do make, I'm willing to treat you like a queen. I'm willing to do all kind of creative dates that I can afford, like picnics in the park, going to free concerts. I'm willing to treat you like a queen, opening up your door, catering to you, because you are my queen. These men don't want to do any of that. Instead of these men going to the gym, getting their bodies together, getting in shape, exerting all of that pent-up energy so that they're not taking out all of their anger and frustration onto this woman. They don't want to listen to me, but they want to listen to these ridiculous red pill men telling them to do this negging technique. And you men are wondering why you are lonely? Okay. All right. Okay. Okay. You men are going to remain lonely. These men don't approach women, and they don't even compliment women. I know girls who are drop dead gorgeous, and they're telling me that these men don't even approach them, that these men don't give them compliments. Okay. T-Bird gonna take all the baddies. T-Bird gonna get all the baddies. You men had better be lucky that I'm on a celibacy tour. You men had better be lucky that I am on a celibacy tour. It's easy. It is easy to get a baddie. You men are making it easy. And let me give you men this last warning. One, stop listening to these red pill men. They're going to keep you single. But the other thing that I want to tell you guys is this. You're not approaching women. You're not complimenting women. Now you're trying to do this backhanded compliments. I'm telling you men right now, and mark my words. I've been picking up the pulse on these good streets. A lot of these women are starting to just open up their options. And you men may be thinking, what, Tracy? They're going to date outside their race. We know that. They've been doing that. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. A lot of these women are really opening up their options. And they are considering dating women. I'm not exaggerating, you guys. They may not tell you men this, but a lot of women out here are bisexual. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I am not exaggerating at all. A lot of women are bisexual. And you men are making it easy. You men are making it easy for the women who want to date them. I'm telling you, you guys, I attract nothing but young baddies. And I now know why it is. Now when I hear about things like this, it's because they're not getting this type of love and attention and affection from this modern day man. This modern day man is so consumed with playing these games, so consumed in wanting to control this woman, her to submit. This man is so obtuse. He is so unaware of how far we have come and how much times have changed that he's still out here like a caveman talking about, I'm the leader, you follow me and you submit to me, lady, I'm the leader. He is so unaware of how much times have changed and still thinking he the prize, that this woman over here has gotten her own job, making her own money, has her own place, has her own car, great credit score, beautiful. And because basically this man is stuck in the past and he's ignoring, insulting, and basically neglecting these women out here, it's easy. It is easy for her to fall into the arms of another woman. It's easy. These women out here are so attention starved. And I'm not saying like they want somebody to just be, oh my God, oh my God. No, I mean just like simple stuff, like a compliment. That when even somebody like myself, who's on a celibacy tour, can give a woman a compliment and you can just see her just melt. You can just see her literally just blush. I told you guys, it was one little young baddie at the Starbucks. She was flirting with me so hard, and it was just going right over my head, that she had to eventually ask me for my phone so that she could put her contact information in my phone. You know how our conversation started off? Me complimenting her. You men are literally digging your own graves. Like literally. You men are going to continue to follow up behind these red pill men, and they're going to keep you single. They're going to keep you lonely, and you guys are going to keep unaliving yourselves. Because T-Bird keeps telling you this modern day woman is not changing. She's not going back. And I'm just going to give a little warning to the wise. I'm just telling you men, what I am picking up off of these here good streets. Women are really freaking opening up their options. They are really opening up their options. And I am starting to see a lot. Now, I don't know if I'm just attracting these bisexual women because I'm fluid. And I believe that you attract who you are. But I personally am starting to see a lot of women tell me that they are bisexual. And there's nothing about their external look that would say that they were bisexual. They look, if there was a heterosexual look, they look like they would only date men or only date young guys. And a lot of women are telling me that they are bisexual. A lot. I mean, like a lot. A lot. I'm telling you guys right now, if I was not on a celibacy tour, I would probably be in a relationship with a woman. I'm telling you that right now. That's how easy it is. Like, because these men are so freaking ridiculous. These men are so obnoxious in their requests. These men think that they can play these games with these women, and these women are tired. These women are tired. They're like, I just want a companion. I just want a companion. I just want somebody I can go to the movies with. I just want somebody that I can walk around the park with. I just want somebody I can take hikes with. I just want somebody I can go get ice cream with. These women are exhausted. They're done. And they are literally, a lot of women are telling me that they don't date men at all. That they're just like, even if they're not bisexual, a lot of women are telling me, I'm celibate. I am celibate. I'm done with men. I am done. I am done with these men. A lot of women are saying this, you guys. So take a look, you guys. Tell me what you guys think. Have you ever heard of negging? These pickup artist strategies. Tell me what you guys think. And if you haven't already, look it up. It's a new pickup artist strategy of how to talk to these women. And in my opinion, I think it's going to lead a lot of these men into remaining single, lonely, and unaliving themselves. Just my opinion. If you haven't already, you guys, be sure to thumbs up the video and share the video with someone if you feel like they could receive the message. And I will see you guys tomorrow. I love you guys. Bye.